Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Thursday, March 1st, 2012. I'm going to show you what happened in the live trading room this morning. Alright. I ended up break even on the morning, personally. I started with the Russell. Let me bring up my Russell DOM. I started with the Russell and I lost a couple of trades, and then I won a couple of trades, and then I stayed out of it because it got really messy in there. But where is my Russell DOM? It's way over here now. In the break period, I had to reboot, so all the stuff that I drew on my charts this morning is now gone. But 0 ticks. I am break even. That is the Russell. I didn't take any trades in here on the 6E this morning. You know, this morning was really choppy for me, so I pretty much just stayed out of the market. After I tried to trade the Russell this morning, and it was jumping around quite a bit, and I'll show you what happened with that. I'll go through the trade setups with you on that. The ES this morning, the 4-tick range, we didn't really have any opportunity in there. The only spot where we would have had opportunity was right here, where we dropped outside the box, put in a lower swing pivot, pulled back up to the BBC outside the box. You see we had just barely had a fresh bubble down here. Right there, the red got outside the black. Pulled back up to the BBC, and it moved down from here at the BBC. The entry would have been 68 even after the slip. It went down to 66.75. My stop would have been a break even. I would have gotten a break even on that trade had I taken it, but I did not take it. I did not see it. After that, it got inside the zones in here, and the BBC was having a hard time getting outside the box, and so there were just no trades available in there. Now, I'm sliding over here to the center on the 10,000 contract right now. Let me scroll back a little bit. We had right here at the open, it pulled back down to the BBC right here on top of resistance inside the weekly trading zone. I wasn't going to take that trade. The 2100 looked just like it. I didn't take either one of those trades because they're going into another zone. Right in here, 10 o'clock is when news came out and Bernanke started talking over here in this area. It was really choppy. He was a little late getting to the microphone this morning. But there was some news here that was bearish news and pushed the market down a little bit. We didn't have any trade opportunities in here. I suppose we had, well, even right in here, it still wasn't great because we had support down below us, so we weren't looking to short there. Once we had a bullish cross of the MA1 over the BBC, it pulled back down to the BBC right here, but it had resistance right up above it. Again, no trade. Over here, same thing, support right below, no trade. Over here, it never pulled away from the BBC, and now we're into our break right here. All right, so there was nothing there on the ES. I'm going to look at the 500 contract on the YM. We didn't take any trades on the YM this morning. Right here at the very open of the market, okay, at the very open of the market, I couldn't take that right there. Hold on a second. I'm just checking to see in the list of everyone who's in it. Nope, wrong Michael G. I couldn't take that trade. Well, I didn't take that trade right there. It was right at the open, a little before the open actually. A pre-market trade to the BBC inside the weekly trading zone. The BBC inside the weekly trading zone is usually a nice place to take a bounce trade. Unfortunately, I didn't take it. I wasn't there to take it. Price moved up to the next weekly trading zone, pulled back down to the BBC again. This isn't the first pullback. I prefer the first pullback, and this was going right into a weekly trading zone, so I didn't take this, though it did work. Over here, same thing. It was going right into a weekly trading zone. Over here, again, the same thing. This one worked. It went right up into the zone. This one didn't go anywhere. We had a bearish cross, pulled back to the BBC, again going into the zone. And once again, right here, this one would have been something that we could have taken had I been here to take it. Because the zone is actually a little ways away. The zone's up there at 13,000. And so, there's a little bit of room in here. There's 22 ticks from the entry that we could have gotten out of that. All right. Let's see. I want to jump over here on the 4-tick range. I'm going to go over some things that we went over in last week's partners meeting. The 4-tick range had some opportunity this morning, but I wasn't really taking any trades in here because of the way the market was acting. It was just jumping all over the place. And after having a little trouble with the Russell this morning at the start, I decided to just sit on my hands and let the thing play out by itself. All right. Let's see. what we're looking for here is for the black and the red and blue to be on the opposite sides. As soon as they do that, then you want to close. In this case, an up close would work. So the up close would have been right here for a move up. When you just have divergence like this, then you need to close above the MA1, which was right there for the move up. Opposite sides, so you're looking at the close right there for the move up. Right here you just have divergence, but this was rated a news event, so we weren't trading anything right there. It worked, but we're just going to pass through about 5 minutes of charts right here. You see all those bars. Let me blow this up so you guys can see how crazy it is on a 4-tick range bar, or how crazy it can be at a news event. All these bars between right here and right here were all in 1 minute. Okay, so that was on the news event at 10 o'clock. Now, let's get beyond all that. We'll blow it up a little bit more so you can see what was going on. Right here, they were on opposite sides, so you're looking for a down close. Now, I have the CFTC on the chart right here, so you can't really tell which bar is a down close, but it was this one right here. Okay, that was a down close. Over here, you would be looking for an up close. This one didn't work. Right there was the up close, and that turned against it. Right here you had full divergence. You didn't have the opposite side of the street thing going on, so you needed to close under the MA1, which was right there. And now we're getting into our break period here, but we had another one where you needed to close above the MA1, which was right there. Okay, and that's pretty much it on the YM. The 4-tick range had the most opportunity this morning of all the YM and ES charts. The 4-tick range on the YM was the one with the opportunity. I'll bring the Russell over, and I know my combo looks a little different than it normally does. I'll point out trades that I took. If I can, I'll point out trades that I took. I think I went long right here. And I lost 6 ticks, I think. And I went short right here, and I believe I got a break even on that. I went short over here, and I lost a few ticks, 6 ticks again, I believe. Then there was another short in here. I went short in here, and I made some of it back. I went short again over here. I made some of it back, and then I didn't do anything for a while here. Okay. I mean, there were plenty of trade setups in here. You know, there were a lot of opportunities in here, but I didn't do anything in here. I'll show you more for the partners, or anybody who's in here who's on a free trial who wants to get into the partners meeting tonight. You should email me at tech@cfrn.net, and I'll let you know what you need to do to get in there. I'm going to go over all this Russell stuff tonight. I ended yesterday. I ended the day yesterday after about an hour and a half of trading on the Russell. I did the morning session that you guys saw. I was up 47 ticks per contract after the morning session, and I had only traded about an hour in the morning session yesterday. And I traded about another half an hour in the afternoon, pretty close to the last half hour of the day I traded, and I ended up I think I was plus 66 ticks. Yeah, plus 66 ticks per contract on the Russell yesterday. And I'm going to go over tonight, how to see these trades when they're happening. Okay. Not all of them are home runs, as a matter of fact. Some of them don't even win. But there's definitely a ton of opportunity. Okay. So I'm going to go over all that tonight. You see where I'm drawing the arrows? I'll point out tonight in the partners meeting to all the partners. I'll clean this up some too, but I'll show you how to set it up so you have all the stuff in the right place. There really only needs to be 1 or 2 lines down here, or maybe 2 or 3 lines down here, not 1, 2, 3, 4. There doesn't need to be 4 of them. Okay. That will be something to look forward to for the partners. Okay. And I'm just pointing out all the places where there were potential entries, though I didn't take any more. right over here, I think, is where I had just gotten to break even on the day, was right over here. Okay, and I didn't take any more of these trades in here. There's one right now, actually. One right now from right there. That's still working. It's working kind of slow. The MA1 seems to be holding it. If the MA1's going to hold it, then you probably just want to get out of the trade or lock in some profit. All right. So that would probably have been a break-even trade for me had I been trading it rather than making a recording of trades that I did take. All right, I'm going to slide that over, and I'll go to the 6E 500 contract. This morning again was an unusual morning for the 6E, not in that it had a lot of losing trades, and just that it didn't have many trades at all. Now usually the 6E has a bunch of trades, but today we're looking for the white to be to the left of the green and moving up. Okay, so right in there. Well, it closed above the MA1 as well, but down. Let's see, over here, the white was not to the left of the green. Over here, not to the left. Over here, not to the left. Over here, it was to the left just a little bit. Okay, so that would have given you a long trade right in there. That obviously would not have worked out. Over here, it was to the left, going right into a zone, but it was to the left anyway. You would have gotten your money back on that. The next move up was right here. You see how it's going back and forth over this zone that it's in right here? Back and forth over that zone. I'm not even sure if that's the proper zone. I think it is, but over here, a little move up right there, and then the white was to the left of the green on the move down over here. So that's where it stands right now, moving down. That was pretty much it on the morning session. Does anybody have any questions about any of this at all? I know I just went over a whole bunch of things, and the partners will get to see a lot more tonight in the partners meeting. Everybody else that's in here, if you haven't taken a free trial, go to CFRN.net/apply. All right, that's CFRN.net, like this, www.CFRN.net/apply. All right, that should show up in your little box there. If anybody has any questions, you can email me directly at tech@cfrn.net. Okay. And Dwayne just threw in the link to grab the toolbar that we have, the CFRN toolbar. We recommend everybody grab that toolbar. Excuse me. Everybody grab the toolbar as well. It's got, I'll just slide it over here and show it to you. It's got all kinds of stuff in here. This is the toolbar right here. You can click here to bring up the CFRN radio. Click here to go right to the CFRN website. Click here to go right to all the podcasts. Go to Facebook, Twitter, call the market, join the stream. This goes to a page on the website. This goes right to all my emails. You can tweet about the page, and you can add stuff from Amazon. And there's all this space over here that's left for future development with this. Okay. So this actually will make it pretty easy for you guys. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Are you still recording?
I am.
Okay, I'll let you finish recording because I know it doesn't pick up my voice. So
okay. All right. Actually, it may pick up your voice because I'm doing it with a different thing now. I think it actually does now. But anyway.
Then just drag that thing back if you could for a minute.
There we go. We're in there.
Click on the radio.
Click on my radio, right here.
Well, my good friend Burton Schlichter to see this. Might even get him out of his cave. Click on that DT logo there.
Now watch this. See that?
Boom, baby.
There it is, Bert.
Built it right in for you, man.
Oh, that's nice.
See that?
Yeah.
Ref ID
and
everything.
I don't think he got the full effect of it.
Okay, let me back it up.
Some music.
There we go.
Some music when you do it. Like it's got to be like an intro.
Well, the radio's playing in the background. You just can't hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the radio right now is us. So.
Yeah, the radio right now is us. I just had to shut it off because it was gonna.
But seriously, guys, if you want to take a trial of the DT Pro platform itself, the indicators, the charts, all the data feeds from lumber to livestock to, yes, Emini futures and the euro and mini and every forex pair. If you click that, go to this page, fill it out. Bert, correct me if I'm wrong. Within 15 minutes, they'll have data streaming on their desktop.
Yes, I think that's a fair statement.
No, it really is, because I did it on a Saturday afternoon when I knew that nobody would be in the office at Daniel's Trading, and so I thought, well, you know, it was on my wife's laptop downstairs. I said, let me just walk through this process, because it's been a while since I walked through it, and let me just make sure everything's still working properly. And while there was no live data flowing because the markets were closed, it installed. I had charts. I had historical data. I could apply indicators. And it was a Saturday afternoon. It's a completely automated process, guys. Now, the good news is if you have any issues or hiccups along the way, you can call Bert toll-free, 866-928-3310. Don't call the number on the screen. They'll just act all confused. Call Bert, because he knows what he's doing. Well, let me rephrase that. Everybody at Daniel's Trading knows what they're doing. Bert knows in particular about the CFRN indicators. So that's why I'm saying if you call him, 866-928-3310, any of the brokers there, they're all very qualified, and they can help you with getting your chart set up. But Bert knows specifically how to get your CFRN indicators onto the chart, working properly. He's been working with our partners now for, Bert, has it been 2 years since you and I met?
Yeah, I think it's been 2 years. 4 scores and 7 years ago.
Life is good, you know.
Life is good, brother. Brother Dwayne, it is.
It is.
You know, and sometimes, and we talk about fate, and can you escape it? Can you not escape it? Is there predestiny? You know, I had a friend, who had been listening to this radio program since my maiden broadcast, when I had no idea, when I broke the airwaves, if anybody would be on the other end listening, besides God. And my wife, I knew she was at home listening. I didn't know if anybody else would be there. So, hello, world. And this guy was, and we became good friends over the years. And he started telling me about, hey, I met this really cool guy, Bert Schlichter, and I really think you should call and talk to him, because I think he might be a great addition to your radio program. And I said, yeah, okay. I mean, I get those emails every day, you know. But he was so persistent. And Richard, I don't think you're tuned in anymore, and that makes me sad. But anyway, he just was. It was like a river over time, how it carves out a canyon. He was just so persistent. Every couple of weeks, did you call Bert yet? Did you call Bert yet? Did you call Bert yet? And he had no vested interest in putting us together, other than the fact that he thought there would be good synergy between us, because he had met you and he knew me, and he thought these two need to meet each other. And so he kept at it until one day, I honestly, literally kind of out of just, okay, dude. So I reached out, and the rest is Emini history. So.
You know, aside from that, I met David 10 years ago, 11 years ago. No, maybe even 15 years ago.